Terracana by Remus Ebenhardt. Chapter 4 Meeting Royalty. "Who are you?" she asks. I stand up and walk towards her. She frowns and her horn lights up faintly. I stop just a few feet away from her. "My name is Adrian Stormsword. I am a battle mage from the kingdom of Ramora," I reply. "And why are you here?" she asks again as another woman, just slightly shorter than her, steps in. She has dark navy blue fur, with hair that looks like the peace night sky itself. Her eyes are a teal color, and she's wearing a black dress with silver trimmings. An onyx black crown sits upon her head, just like the first. She has a horn and wings larger than the others. I'm not sure. I was brought here against my will. "I take it you are Celestia?" I reply, and ask the white woman. "Yes, I am, and this is my sister, Princess Luna," she says, gesturing to the dark blue woman. "Tell me, how did you arrive here?" she asks me. "I was given a spell book by a stranger. He told me it had forgotten elements lost to time. He said I had potential to be great," I say, and head back to sit on the couch. This action apparently offended Luna. "How insolent are thee! Thou dare show no respect," she says angrily. "I am sorry if I have offended you. You're the first members of royalty I have ever met, so I do not know how to react to such a situation, so I believe I shall be just myself." I tell her to sit down. This seems to intrigue Celestia. "So you would treat us as you would anybody else?" Celestia asks me. "Yes, again. I am sorry if this offends you," I reply. She hums in thought and sits across from me on a small armchair while Luna sits on the chair next to Celestia. "If you cannot find a way home, what will you do?" Celestia asks me. I frowned and looked down and thought, what will I do? I don't know the area or its customs. Playing my kind of magic is illegal here, and there are no schools here that would teach my kind of magic. I am not sure, to be honest. I was heading to the capital to learn more magic at the academy there, but the only thing I have is that book by a mage named Starswell the Bearded, I tell her. Her eyes widen and she levitates the book over to herself, opens it, only to find blank pages. "Thou jest with us. Thy book is blank," Luna says, her expression of anger getting worse. "No, apparently only I can read the book. Anybody looks at it, the words vanish," I tell her. Celestia looks back at me. "Very well. Prove it by reading this page," she says, and flips to a random page, then she floats the book back to me. I take the book and read aloud. Element of fire. This element is mainly used for offensive spells and has a multitude of effects when combined with others. It can be used as a spray, beam, nova, storm, mine, or projectile. It also can be used to light a campfire when traveling or provide a light source in dark areas such as caves, I say. Their eyes widened as they looked at each other. "Very well. Now you can tell us why you assaulted our guards," Cesar asked me. I frowned at them. I did no such thing. I simply defended myself. The moment I mentioned what my diet consists of, they got aggressive with me, and I'm not about to just stand there and let them hurt or kill me, I replied. I give a glare to the guards by the door, who recoil slightly. And what does thy diet consist of? Luna asked me. Fruit, vegetables, nuts, berries, grains, and meat, I reply. Luna glares at me at the mention of meat, but Celestia looks even more intrigued. You can eat plants and meat? She asks again just to be sure. Yes, but as I told Twilight, I don't eat anything intelligent, mainly small game such as fish, chickens, and rabbits or foreign animals like pigs, cows, and sheep, I tell them. Look uneasy but accept it, so thou wilt not prey on us, even if thy life depended on it. Luna says with a skeptical expression. I look her in the eyes. I'd rather die first, I reply. This brought a smile to Celestia's face for the first time, makes her look even more beautiful. Luna still looks unsure. We got reports of thee using illegal magic that only our gods are permitted to use. Is this true? Luna asked me. That depends. My magic is completely different to yours, and is perfectly legal where I come from. So how can my magic be illegal if it's not even the same? I replied with my own question. Luna looks to her sister, and Celestia looks to me. Then would you care to show us your kind of magic? She asked. Sure, I replied. I followed them outside and head to the same spot where I showed Twilight. I repeated the same spells, even so what ice element does as the shards of ice stay lodged in a nearby tree. So thy magic is purely destructive? Luna asked me. I shake my head. No, it also can be used to defend and heal, I tell her. Again I cast the stone armor spell and stone wall spells. Their eyes widen at the thin layer of stone covering me. I cancel the armor and walk over to one of the guards. May I borrow your sword? I ask him. He looks to Celestia, who nodded to him, and he gives me his sword. I roll up my sleeve, cut the back of my left forearm. What do thee think thou art doing? Luna asks alarmed as I hand the sword back to the guard. Demonstrating the life element. I reply with a grunt of pain and channel two life elements through my left hand and cast it on myself. The small cut closes and they gasp. How did thee heal thy wound so effectively? Even we have to concentrate hard to get that result, Luna says. That is just how my magic works. I notice your magic has a lot more variety in it and what it can do, while mine is limited to what the elements mixed together can produce, I tell her. Celestia walks up to me with a caring smile. May I look at your memories? It will give me insight to who you are, she asked. All of them? I asked in return. She simply nodded and held out her right hand, palm up. I frowned and looked at her hand for a few seconds. I have memories I'd rather not relive. I looked back up into her eyes. She just smiles at me patiently. I sigh and hold her hand with my right one. She closes her eyes and her horn glows. Silence spreads throughout the area as the gentle hum of her glowing horn is all that's heard. During silence, I see a single tear roll down her cheek. After a few minutes, her horn stops glowing, her eyes open, her expression looks mixed. I can't tell if it's pity or something else. Well? I ask. She smiles at me. You have a hard life, but do not worry. I shall keep it between us. She replies. I'd like you to come to Canterlot with us. I'd like to see what you are truly capable of. She asked me. This would be a good chance to see the capital of this land. I like that, but first I would like to get my gear back. I reply. Of course, from what I saw, It is in the barracks, correct? She says. Yes, I reply. Celestia and her sister start walking toward the barracks, leaving a darkening twilight at the library. The two sisters talk to each other, while the guards flank us on all sides. Rainbow follows us in the air, while the residents all bow to the two sisters. Pinky has disappeared somewhere while we weren't looking. We arrive at the barracks where Celestia asks Saul for possessions. He retrieves them, and I equip my armor and sword. I put my pack on my back and hold my staff left hand. I check for the other things I had as well. My lockpicks, gems, and water flask are all accounted for. That's everything, I say. Good. Now let us head back to Twilight's library, where we will take the carriage back to Canterlot, Celestia says. We start walking back to the library, and I see that guard with a black eye again glaring at me as we passed. I ignored him and kept following Celestia. We arrived at a dark wooden carriage with gold trimmings. What confuses me is that four of the winged guards in harnesses at the front. Do they pull the carriage for the princesses? And why only the winged ones? The images, the sun and the moon, are adorned on the doors. I also notice a light blue gem or crystal attached under the carriage. Twilight then walks over to us. I'll try to visit sometime when I can, princesses, she says to Celestia and Luna, and points at me. Be on your best behavior. Being invited to stay at the castle is a huge honor, she tells me and hands me my book. I chuckle. Don't worry, I'll be on my best behavior, I reply with a smile, and place the book in my pack. Celestia gives Twilight a farewell hug while Luna just says her goodbyes. We step into the carriage and each take a seat. The sisters sit next to each other while I sit across from Celestia. "To Canterlot Castle, please," Celestia says to the guards, and the carriage starts moving. A light humming sounded from under the carriage, and then the carriage started to tilt back a bit. I stare wide-eyed out of the window next to me. We're flying.